Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot, and welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This can be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. Why? Because this is a general read, it's not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Remember that tarot is a tool, it is not the final rule. And it is a good idea to have an empty cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up, okay? Be sure to tell a family, friend, or foe, or to come on over and subscribe to the channel so they can be privy to these spiritual notifications. There is enough space in this place for everyone to be notified. All are welcome on the channel, and all contributions are highly appreciated. Okay? 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, collective, we're starting off with the energy of the Ten of Skulls. This is a positive card. This energy is similar to the energy of the Ten of Cups energy. This card here represents happiness, joy, and being fulfilled. As you see, all these skulls here represents abundance and prosperity, okay? Metaphorically speaking, as you see, they are holding this small child here, and the demeanor and the energy of this card is one being celebrated, one being centered and being surrounded, similar to the Ten of Cups and the Six of Wands, okay? The Ten of Skulls represents someone being celebrated, being honored, being lifted up, being in the energy of overcoming a hardship or some kind of devastating circumstance, and very much having people in observance that you made it out. Like someone, maybe going to war, that's in the service, and the war is won, and when they come home, their family's glad to see them. They've been traveling, they've been away from family, their children, their friends, and so it's like returning home and being celebrated. So this could also represent spiritually and emotionally. Also, you could be celebrating within yourself all that you have overcame, but you could also be someone who's being celebrated by family and friends, your spouse, your children, someone who has witnessed all that you have endured, all that you have overcome. And they're just glad that you made it through, okay? You could be someone who is, in the service, in the military, in the Air Force, in the Navy, in the Army. You could be someone who's in the service, okay? You could be someone who travels a lot. You could be someone who just has a leadership role, a lot of responsibility, where there's a lot of people relying on you. And at this time, you are in the energy of being celebrated, of being victorious. Okay, there could also, I'm picking up someone could also be in some kind of court proceeding, some kind of battle. There could have been a situation in court that you have been battling for a while. This could have been concerning a child. This could have been a child custody case or hearing. And maybe at one point you thought you were going to lose the case. Maybe you thought that, this would keep you separated from this child or your child, okay? Whether this is a child that you've given birth to or is legally connected to you, or this could be someone that you wanted to adopt, okay, or make official, Spirit is saying, okay? And so now that you have overcame that, the decision has been made and finalized. You're in the energy of celebrating. So I'm getting a couple of energies here. You're being celebrated for the leader that you are in your family. in a group setting. This could be in your career, or you could be overcoming and finalizing, a court proceeding. A decision has been made regarding a child custody chase. A child custody case, excuse me, with the Ten of Skulls here, okay? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And so that is a positive card. That is joy. That is happiness, That is overcoming a very powerful battle. And so the next card that we have here is the King of Bibles. And so therefore you're able to sit on your throne, and you're able to relax and have your aha moment, okay? And so, it's been a long time coming, Spirit is saying, this court battle, this court proceeding could have carried out for several years. Maybe I'm hearing maybe 2 to 3 years, okay? And maybe you thought, there were times where you just thought you wouldn't win, or you felt like just giving up, letting the other guardian or the other party go ahead and have custody and just deal with it. But you're glad that you stuck it out, and so is your family and friends, and they are supporting you, as well as if you are someone who you could be in the Navy, you could be in some kind of service. Um, yeah, you could be returning home and family and friends have not seen you for a long time. I see someone being celebrated, possibly they're giving you a party, some kind of dinner. There's a lot of people hugging you. I see people crying and just laughing and eating and gathering with each other, okay? And I also see that this child is very happy that you did not give up. This child is very happy to be with you. Not to say that they don't have love for the other parent or the other parental figure or guardian who may have been fighting for custody, but this child is very happy. Lots of happiness at the beginning of the read, okay? Though the depiction of the cards may fool you. But you've worked very hard with the Eight of Skulls. You've been very diligent. Like I said, you did not give up. And it was all for a great reason and purpose, okay? You also could be someone who's deciding to maybe retire, from being enlisted in the service. Maybe you're ready to, it's time for you to re-enlist. Maybe you are deciding to retire. Maybe you are deciding to relocate. I see someone possibly wanting to be located near family, near friends. So you could be making the decision to be located closer to home, or either retire and do something else with your life or your career. Okay? I'm picking up on the energy of someone who's really been missing their family. You could have been traveling for the past 4 to 7 years. I mean, 4 to 7 years, okay? You could also have someone who's romantically interested in you as well. Though she does not look like she's interested, she's very interested in you. Just give her time to fix her makeup. But you could have someone, male or female, who's very interested in you, collective. They could also be asking about you, is the collective single? Are they married? And they could be hoping that you decide to relocate in your home. Okay, this could be something that you hear about, maybe through a friend or a family member. So and so is interested in you. They're asking about you. I see your response is nonchalant, so you may be attracted to this person, or you may not be. Okay. And so with the Ten of Viking horns, you're not allowing anything to keep you separated any longer from your family, from your friends, whether it's a career. I see you making a lot of changes. Um, yeah, you're deciding, you're saying, whatever I do, I'm just going to be closer to home. Because you feel you've been away for too long. You could also feel that you've missed out on a lot. You feel like you're missing out on special moments, but you're ready to do something different with your career. You could be actually getting bored, okay? So you're ready to do something different. You could be, while you're visiting, you could begin searching for employment or getting yourself positioned so that you'll be ready to do this transfer. You could have applied for this transfer. You could have already initiated your retirement if you are retiring from the service. You could be establishing yourself, but your family does not know. You could be wanting to surprise them, and so you've initiated the paperwork and you're taking the necessary steps, but you're not announcing it. You want to make sure everything is confirmed. You could be someone who's very close with their grandmother or their grandparents. Maybe you have grandparents who have transitioned while you were away, and you feel like you don't want to miss out on any more moments. But you're also desiring to do something different. You're ready to make a career change and relocate. And so the Seven of Skulls here, this is a depiction of you having many options to choose from. Don't let it go to your head, no. Yeah, I got jokes. Yeah, but you have many options. You've been saving your money. You've also been using your resources, whatever resources that are available to you. You're very smart and you're very frugal when it comes to uh, being responsible. You've been saving and been preparing for this day and this moment. But you want to surprise your family. You don't want to put the cart ahead of the horse. You don't want to announce that you're going to do something and then have them be disappointed. So maybe you're waiting on a phone call. You could be waiting on an approval letter, however that process goes. Okay, with the reading where it resonates. And the moment you receive that approval, you could announce, that you're back home. This will make a lot of people happy. I'm picking up your family has a lot of harmonious love, a lot of harmony, a lot of love, a lot of unity in your family. Lots of unity. Lots of closeness. And if you are someone who has won a custody battle, I'm also picking up that your family is very nurturing and loving as well. Very supportive. I'm feeling the energy of support. Real heavy. Lots of love. I see people hugging, crying, laughing, just enjoying each other. And your family could be very supportive of this child and supporting you as well. Whether it's helping with babysitting, with any kind of support. I'm seeing someone, maybe when you were going to court, maybe you were showing up with a crew. That's how much love and nurturing you and your family are towards each other. You're very supportive. You could have showed up on your court days. You could have, all eyes were on you. You could have had at least 7 or 8 people with you. I mean, even if it was just a simple court hearing, even if you showed up, before this case was finalized, even if you just showed up for a hearing, every time that you appeared in court, you always had a crew with you. And not to do anything violent or not to act out in any kind of way, but just for moral support and comfort. I'm hearing we roll like that. That's how we roll. That's how you and your family roll. Beautiful. You support each other no matter what's going on. Pick yourself for both energies. Your family is this way because you've been through a lot. This came out like this, and this is a lot. Your family is very supportive of each other due from past experiences. It's taught you to be strong and also to be supportive of one another. This could be the experience of losing loved ones very close to you, possibly the matriarchs of the family. I just mentioned someone's grandmother or grandparents could be deceased. Okay, that's not for everybody. A few who are watching, but whatever whoever has transitioned, it's brought the family closer together. Different experiences. Now I'm hearing again. That's how we roll. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. I love it. That's how you roll. And so the energy of celebration is here, with the Four of Wands, celebrating, being victorious, being successful. That's what the Four of Wands will represent. Okay. You could be someone who's into henna body paint. If I pronounce that right, henna. Okay. And with the Nine of Wands, as I said, your family has been through a lot. That's why you're so close knit. There are some families and people, who experience a lot, and because we're all different, um, there is a portion of people sometimes aren't able to become close knit with their family. Sometimes it causes more segregation, but with your family, it's caused the family to be more unified, more loving, more compassion being expressed amongst each other. Now I'm hearing if I got it, you got it. Yeah, you're that close. But it's beautiful energy. This is beautiful energy. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. And so we have the Eight of Wands here. So this could be that approval letter information, whether you're applying for housing, relocation, or you're turning in your paperwork. If there's any required, if you're in the service of any kind, okay, of any level, and you have to turn in some kind of documentation to let them know that you will not be re-enlisting, or you're seeking some kind of benefits or assistance to relocate. Whatever your situation is, this could be the approval letter, the Eight of Wands here. This is action, this is excitement, and this is something that's coming real fast. It may arrive sooner than you think. You may be expecting a long time for the response, but it's on the way. It's on the way to you. It's going to come right on time, and then you'll be celebrating again. You've been being very wise, with the Queen of Pentacles here, male and female. Remember, gender is fluid in tarot. But you've been being very wise when it comes to your finances. You've been saving your money, since you've been away. You've been also saving for this moment, making preparation, knowing that things change, especially when it comes to the economy, with inflation, deflation, and all the different changes. You weren't sure of where you would choose to live, but you knew that you wanted to make sure that you were secure, in whatever direction you chose. Very wise, collective, very wise. Okay, now I'm hearing somebody didn't even spend their income tax. There's nothing wrong with that. That's smart. You saved your money. You could have prepared your taxes, and instead of going shopping, you kept it in the bank. You kept it in the credit union. You saved your money. Good. Good, 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 good. And so it makes this, this transformation, this relocation to, another area, another city or state, even though you're moving closer, to your old hometown, or even if you're moving closer to family and friends, it's a good idea and a wonderful feeling. I'm pretty sure you agree, collective, when I say this. When you have your own, right? Right. It's a beautiful feeling, to have that comfort and security that you can hold your own and you're not being a burden. You appreciate the help, you're grateful for it. Because you could have people offering you, where you going to live? You can stay with me because that's the kind of family that you're from. But you're saying, no, I'm going to find my own place. Okay, so you could have people fighting over you in a loving way, you know. Collective can stay with me. I got an extra room. You can stay with me. You can stay with me. You can stay over here with mom. You can stay over, a lot of love, and it feels good. It's got me laughing over here. I got a big Kool-Aid smile on my face. They're going to be fighting over you. Your family is, and I see people wanting to cook for you every day. Oh, isn't that sweet? Oh, it takes a strong person to be away, and to travel the world and be enlisted in the service, and be away from family and friends, in which you are accustomed to, but you kept it together. There are many people who enlist as well, and they don't come out the same. But you were able to go and do what you have to do. You served your time, and I'm getting that you are in good health. You are in good standing, and you've also been preparing, putting your money away. Like I said, I heard someone's been saving their income tax. Maybe every tax season come up, you've just been stacking it in the bank and leaving it there. Very wise, very wise. You could be someone with no children at all, and you may find out. Oh wow, now that's going to be something that you may have a child on the way within the next year or so. Okay, so I don't know if this is from where you're leaving, or are you going to make whoopee with someone in your hometown where you're coming back to? Oh wow! But either way, I'm pretty sure you will figure it out, and I'm going to say congratulations ahead of time. Yeah, so you've been pretty strong. Like I said, it takes a very strong person. Many don't come out, as themselves. Some are successful. There are good positive stories, and there are some that aren't so positive. Okay, but yes, for those who go and serve the country, but either way, you have been very strong, and you have managed to maintain your balance. You have managed to put things into use as much as possible. You're very frugal, not cheap, not stingy, very frugal, very smart, very smart. You could be someone who believes in budgeting. Okay, you don't mind clipping a coupon. I heard that. Me either. You don't mind clipping a coupon. Okay. And so we have the King of Wands here. And when your family hear that you're moving back, because you're surprising them with this, they don't know that it's coming, but that you've made plans. But you just want to make sure that the paperwork is in your hands. Okay. Well, that's hilarious. They're going to be. You're a grown person, male or female. Okay. You're a grown person. They're going to be arguing over where you're going to live instead of asking you where would you like to stay. That is so sweet. Oh, this could be siblings arguing over you, aunts, uncles, maybe your parents. Oh, you could be someone who likes to work out, but either way, your situation will work out for you with the King of Pentacles here, because you've planned for this in a very smart way. You've been very wise. You've taken all the necessary steps, but you could be someone who loves to work out as well. This could be something that has helped you maintain your balance, taking care of your health, as well. Even when you were away while you were traveling, you could have a workout regimen that you do on a regular basis, and you don't derail from it. Very handsome or beautiful, male or female. Very neat, clean cut appearance. Okay. And I don't think just because you were in the service, this is just who you are. You could have been this way your entire life. Okay, now I mean that's how we were raised. Oh boy, your spirit team is saying they just let me know who you are. That's how we were raised. That's how we roll. Oh. But you will be, making the connection and finding your own housing situation. Whether this is an apartment or a house, you could meet someone and maybe have a living spouse, or who knows, you may end up married, to that baby mama or that baby pappy, male or female. Okay. Whether this is someone long distance, from where you're moving from, I don't know. It's not showing. Are they going to call you like later and let you know after you move? Maybe someone you were dating while you were away. I had a baby a couple months ago. I tried to call you, but you were gone. They said you got on the plane and you're not here no more. I don't know if it's going to be that, or it could be someone that you meet where you're moving to in your new hometown. Okay. While you're celebrating this return of home, this return of retirement, and just establishing yourself, okay? Giving yourself a new life, basically. New environment, a new job. So as I said earlier, I see you seeking employment, looking for employment while you're visiting. And you're doing these things. Well, I'm not going to say you're doing it behind their back because you're a full grown adult, but you're not announcing every move you make. While you're on your laptop, you're sending off resumes, but your family don't know. All while you're visiting, you're making preparation, for the house, for the car, to have your own place, for the employment. Okay, so basically, while they're fighting over where you're going to live, you 9 times out of 10, you're most likely to say, "Oh, I've got a place. I've been approved already," and they're going to be shocked because they're going to look at you like, "How'd you do that? How'd you do that?" Just tell them, being a responsible adult. Being a responsible adult, you've been searching and putting in the work. So look, putting in the work, handling your business. You're very responsible. You're going to make a wonderful parent. You're very responsible. And we know that is necessary and required to be a wonderful parent, okay? Makes things easier. You're very responsible. The next card we have here is the Three of Cups. So this is you celebrating once again, okay? hmm They're going to be fighting over you. Now I'm here. They're going to be fighting over this new baby. Ooh, so I got a story of a custody battle over a baby and someone having a baby. Baby, baby, oh baby. One second, ladies and gentlemen. Trying not to mess up the cards, but if they move, they move. Nothing's perfect, okay? One second, let me get my things together here. We'll have you a sip of beer. Yeah. The next card we have here is the Hermit energy. So this energy represents you. You know how to go within. You're very self-efficient, very resourceful. You're not a lazy person. That's coming out loud and proud. You're not lazy. It's not in your blood. It's not in your energy. When something needs to be done, you believe in just grabbing life by the horns and, hey, riding the bull. Being responsible and doing what needs to be done instead of making excuses. And so they're going to be shocked, like I said, about time you announce that, you're moving back home, you're going to already have the job, the apartment, the house, the car. You're going to have those things, and your family is going to be very proud of you once again. How did you do that? And you came prepared. You could have stayed with us while you save your money. And you're gonna be like, I got my own money. I don't need to save. You know. Oh, that's my baby. So smart. My baby's so smart. Very wise. Okay. When you return home with the Page of Swords energy, there could be a lot of chatter that you're back in town. Not only do you have someone who's interested in you, there could be a couple of people who's interested in you romantically. There could also be a couple of people who just want to come say hi, see what's up, see how you're doing. Because it started off as just a home visit, but the whole idea of you now, staying, it sets everything into stone. That you're there and you're there to stay. So there could be a lot of people who want to see you. They're going to have to share you. Your family is going to have to share you. And this new lover is going to have to share you. But I'm also picking up there could be more than one person, male or female, interested in you romantically. This could be maybe a childhood crush, someone who always had a crush on you. Maybe they're reminiscing, maybe they're having some nostalgia. It happens, you know, folks can have gray hairs growing all over their crown, and you see that old boo thing sometimes, depending on what the relationship was about, you know, and that nostalgia set in. And they're hoping that some magic can happen and they can get that old thing back. I know you're probably like, look, it's been over 20 years, you know, and they're like, I still can do it. See, I can still hang, not from the ceiling fan, but I can hang by the ceiling fan. I still can do it. Do you want to see my magic? Do you want to see my magic? I still do it. I can stand on my head. You want to see a handstand? I can pee pop. So there's someone that you dealt with maybe in high school, when you were a little youngin, who feels that they can, which it may be possible. So let me watch how I say this. Who feels that they can get that old thing back? And when I say old thing, I'm talking about energy and all, whatever you had with this person. They feel they can get it back. That it is possible. Okay. So when it comes to your love life, you have people, I'm not going to say fighting over you, but they're coming for you. You have options. You have options. You know, a baby on the way and options, male or female. Okay. All right. You could be a male or a female. This could be your story, put it where it resonates. Or this could be someone around you. If it's not your story, but I see you making sure that you have stability and security within yourself. You don't want to rely on anybody. As I hold this card, you have a strong conviction, and I like it. I like it though. It's healthy. It's very healthy. You have the strong sensation of you don't want anyone's sympathy. They can empathize with you, but you don't want no handouts. And as long as you have air and life in your body, you're willing to work to take care of yourself and your own. I like that. That is sexy. That is sexy. That is instantly sexy and attractive. You're very ambitious. You're not lazy. Very independent, self efficient, and you're willing to do what's required. You know how to do adulting. You are a professional at adulting. This is what adults do, extreme adulting. But this is beautiful. I like it. I like it. I feel it in that card as I held that Ten of Pentacles. And you are determined to make sure you are secure. You know, make sure your child is secure. You're going to be a wonderful parent, a great parent, male or female. Congratulations. You're going to be a wonderful parent. And this person know that you're wonderful too. That's why they want to show you. I can still hang upside down. Remember the handstand? Maybe this is someone you went to high school with. Okay, someone from your past. Someone to live in your neighborhood. You know, someone you grew up with. Oh boy. Like, I don't care how many years it's been. I still got the moves. And this is you. Like I said, very wise. Making the money, saving the money, investing it. You're not cheap, you're not tight, you're not stingy, but you're investing it. You're putting it in the right place to make sure the money increases. I see you going out enjoying life, buying things, spending, assisting where you need to if somebody needs a favor, but you're not being irresponsible. You're prioritizing, and you're taking care of business. You're taking care of business. They're going to be fighting over your energy. It's going to be a competition. You got lovers. You got family that miss you. You got lovers fighting over you. Lovers fighting over you, and all these options. Use a rubber. Oh, yes, I have a sense of humor on this channel. Yes, sir. Yes, we laugh. We laugh. We laugh. Okay. It may get to the point you got so many choices. You're gonna be looking at that phone and you're gonna be like, decline. I'll talk to you later. You may have to decline some calls. You may have to make a decision as well with that two of swords. Who you're going to call your mate. Who are you going to be exclusive with? You're going to have to figure that out with all these options and opportunities when it comes to lovers, romantic interests. Okay, but I do see you. We're closing out with justice here. I do see you. Got a lot of Libra energy out here. You might have Libra placement in your chart somewhere, or one of these lovers of yours. Okay, all right. And so with justice here, I do see you bringing balance to your life. Once you get settled, you make your announcement. You move to your place. You will find a way to balance everything out. Figure out who you're going to entertain and who you won't entertain, so it won't be any confusion. Okay, because you're like a hot commodity. Okay. All right. There's talk around the town that you're back around. And folks want to shop. You got people stretching and flexing. They getting ready for you, male or female. They getting ready for you. Oh, okay. They putting on their new shoes. They putting on their new shoes, their new socks, their best outfit. The ones that ain't bent up in the front yet, that you only wore twice. They pulling them out the box just to come say hi to you. If it's a female, using a whole jar of edge control just to come see you. But this concludes the read. I trust and hope it assists you for your highest good. Later.